totally lost the format. So I get this. It's the most bizarre message that I get today. I'll share. I can show you the screen capture later. The dude is completely like lambasting me, and he's complaining that I am. What did he say? He said that I am. He told me I'm harassing him online, and that I'm preventing him from seeing his from communicating with his friends. And I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is, but that's what this guy says to me. And so then I look up this guy, and he's got 21 friends, and he's got face tattoos. And I'm like,
you gotta keep your inner circle very close. You gotta keep the inner circle very close.
I don't want to prevent him from talking to his friends. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna. I have no idea what's going on.
You're like, I coach entrepreneurs. Like, I can help you. Trust me, I can get you talking to your friends.
I will openly admit there are some people I cannot help, and if you have face tattoos, I'm telling this to all of you. If you have face tattoos, I can't help you. There is nothing I can do. Bridget, you have a face tattoo?
No, this is my real face.
I have a face tattoo. Okay, it's invisible. Okay, it's invisible.
I know this dude who's a great tattoo artist. Imagine if you were so addicted to tattoos, you got a tattoo of your face on your face.
That's another
That's such a 2021 thing to do. I feel like that is the
leveling up in some way.
I don't think anybody would have thought of that, but it's true, and you could get it done, and you would have a tattoo of your face on your face. Guys, it's Wednesday night, and we are here live like we are every single Wednesday night. Steven, karate chop, punch. See that? You wouldn't even know.
I'm back. I wasn't here last week, and I'm sorry for that, everyone. I wasn't here last week.
We had Steven on assignment last week. He was out doing an assignment. How did the assignment go?
It went incredible. It went so well.
And here we are. Oh, look at the heart mug.
So perfect for you, Steven Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's
you know what you've done, Chris? That I always drink now. I don't grab this. I think that's because of you. I think that's because I've seen you do this so long that lately I drink like this.
On next week's performance, I'm going to bring my mug that doesn't even have a handle. I have some mugs. They're perfectly made for me. They don't even have this. I'm going to try to use it with a handle. If I listen to all the viewers out there, if I spill this, it's on Steven. Ready?
Hang on.
I'm going to try to drink this coffee this way. You ready?
This doesn't even look normal. The way you're.
It doesn't even look normal, does it? Hold on.
I don't think I hold the handle either.
That cup has a little chip in it right there. Or no, I guess is that on purpose on the bottom of that cup? You see that?
I don't know.
That's called children, Steven Stefan.
No,
yes.
That's not from children. It's made that way.
Oh boy! Hey, I'm an amateur.
Welcome to Wednesday night. It is here. It is. It's that night of the week where Bridget's getting ready. You see her rub. Bridget was just doing this when I said it's Wednesday night. She goes like this. She goes.
It's Wednesday night.
Right. You know what I thought we could talk about tonight is how to fail-proof your business in 2021. I think a lot of people are terrified right now, and they're terrified that their businesses are going to fail this year. I hear it from a lot of people. They're like, I don't know. I truly believe that people are terrified that their businesses are going to fail this year, and it was like they held their breath for 12 months. And now they're like, okay, can I keep doing this? And I think a lot of people aren't sure. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about the things that you can do to fail-proof your business, to keep your business from failing, at least in 2021. We'll keep you going for the next 9 months. Then,
Then you're
absolutely. On your 2022 is on you. 2022 is on you. Okay.
We'll do an update show in 2022 where we talk about how to fail-proof your show in 2022. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on, but nobody's chatting with us tonight for whatever reason. I don't even know. I don't know.
I didn't make a link. I don't know if it's on my wall or not, but
is it not on your wall, Chris?
I don't know.
Hey, whoever's out there, say hello. And then
if anyone's out there,
Larry.
Always count on Larry.
Larry, all right. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I like having the viewers troubleshoot our technical problems.
Right?
Yes.
Larry, where are you consuming this tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Eileen Ryan is here.
The OGs.
Okay, Larry's here. Oh, look at Jonathan Wells is here. That dude's from Texas. That dude's from Texas. He has this big, long Texas accent, and this he's like 7 feet tall.
Larry's committed. Larry's told us 5 times. I love it.
Okay. Larry's a content king. He's a content king. I always see stuff from him lately.
Yeah.
He's nailing it.
He is someone who's on point with the follow-up. Can I just tell you, Larry, I may have talked to you about one of my clients in a coaching session and just said, you know what, you have to follow up like Larry. I said, you have to be like Larry and just say hello every morning to someone in your network.
Oh, no. No, Larry doesn't just say hello to just one person. I think Larry goes down the list.
It's brilliant, though. It's absolutely brilliant. And then all I think of every morning is Larry Kangen water. Do I have Kangen water? I need to get some. Larry.
I upped the ante with Larry.
What?
I upped the ante. I send him voice messages every morning.
Oh,
I do.
That's like another level. That's the next level.
You leveled up, Larry.
I was wondering if I would be able to say that, Bridget, without you like making the connection, making the bridge. Okay, I was wondering if that.
Bridging the gap.
Listen, if you're watching this thing live or in the replay, connect with Terry Frederick. This woman is unbelievable. She's like got all of the greatest qualities of an entrepreneur, and she is so like, if you look at her Facebook stuff, you just go check this woman out on Facebook. She is just phenomenal, and she helps people start and grow home-based businesses, and that's one of the things that I really, really dig about her. Eileen is checking in as well. Here's what's great about Eileen is that she literally, think of this. I'm going to explain this the way that I was thinking about this the other day. Eileen helps people get hired rapidly. So if your business does fail in 2021 because you didn't take our advice here, Eileen, you got to go talk to. She had someone come and see her about getting a job, and she coached them on getting a job, and they got a job within a week, and they had been trying for 10 months to get a job. They got a job in a week making $10,000 a month, right? In a week after meeting with her, and they had been trying for 10 months. So what was the cost of waiting? It was $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh, painful.
That's painful. That person threw away $100,000, and then they
talked to Eileen.
And if they had talked to Eileen 10 months ago, they would have made an extra $100,000. Instead, they lost $100,000. That's rough. It's you, and maybe that's one of the things that we should bring up is that in order for your business not to fail, because that's what we're talking about tonight.
Yes.
If you don't want your business to fail in 2021, you have to be willing to take a risk and invest in yourself.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to invest in yourself. Stephen, when's the last time you invested in yourself? What was the last thing you did?
When is the last time I invested in myself? That's a great question. No, I invest in myself all the time. A lot of times what happens with me investing in myself, it usually involves learning something brand new. And I think one of the huge investments that I made, and a lot of times these things come with actual monetary investments, time investments, it's all that kind of stuff. But I got the entire Adobe package, and didn't know a single thing about the Adobe package. Didn't know, had toyed. Okay, I take that back. I toyed around with a lot of that stuff, but I wasn't very good at it.
Sure.
But once I got it, and once I got Canva, and once I got some of these programs, I'm now start plugging programs left and right, and started using them. I promise within 2 weeks I was pretty darn good at it, and it leveled up my marketing so much because I was making videos, making graphics. If I had an idea, I could execute on that idea in 5 minutes. So it was huge. It was huge, and it took a monetary investment. It took a time investment.
What do you think, Bridge?
I heard Adobe and invest in yourself. And then I was thinking I invested in myself earlier and made sure I was caffeinated for tonight and got Starbucks. That's
I was like, I want to go with workout, but I haven't worked out, so I can't say that. Okay. I'll go to the computer programs then.
It's important to invest in yourself in all ways, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and physical. One way I would say in 2021, you can fail-proof your business is to make a commitment. And I mean, make a commitment to entrepreneurship. It's not just commit to this one business idea you have, but really to the life of being the entrepreneur. Because if you are straddling that fence of being an employee or an entrepreneur, your brain can only get on one track and you're not going to succeed. You're going to set yourself up for failure because you've got to go all in as the entrepreneur. You've got to go all in, get innovative, get creative, and realize it's fail or fly.
It's go time.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give yourself the opportunity to fail and make a commitment to be the entrepreneur.
I really like that. And I think, are you talking about like the people who might be like part-time working at a W-2 job and part-time like dipping their toe in the entrepreneurial waters?
Exactly. I've heard that a lot. Like, I have a vision, I have an idea, I've created the entire plan. I have the strategy, I have the people who want to invest in this, but I don't know if I'm ready. And the time is now. The time is now. Get out of that W-2 life because you've already created a business. All you have to do is get on the entrepreneurship track in your mind.
And go.
And go.
You know who has done that? I am highlighting her comment right here. It's Dr. Dion Roundtree. Like, Bridget, do you know? Have you heard what's happened with this woman?
I saw it. She entered the entrepreneurship life. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. She was like, I'm done with the work day life, whatever that is. Whatever it is. She's like, I'm done. And she's like, and she just makes this, she said it. This is it. I'm done. Jonathan Wells is another one. He did the same exact thing last year.
Amazing.
Yep.
Celebrating you.
All in.
Yeah. Look at this. Eric Rosberg says Plan B only distracts from Plan A. Pretty brilliant.
Wow.
That's kind of brilliant.
All right, so listen. But you know what? Not everybody listening to us can just go and do that. So what you have to do, if you want to do this, and you guys can chime in with your advice, but listen, you want to create a fail-proof business in 2021, you've got to save up 6 months of your living expenses. You got to figure out what your living expenses are for the next 6 months. It is going to be 6 months before you're going to be able to replicate that. So thing number one, you should have 6 months of just walking around money that you're going to be able to live off of while you're terrified, trying to figure this thing out. And then the multiplier has a 6 in it as well, and that's 60%. You can live on 60% of what you make as a W-2 employee. You make $100,000 a year W-2, you only need to bill $60,000 a year as a consultant to be able to survive with the same quality of life. So listen, if you're like you're there, you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You look at your bank account and you're like, I can make this work for 6 months. And oh, by the way,
disclaimer.
Here, listen. I'm gonna tell a quick secret.
Ooh.
You have to have a service that people are willing to buy. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
You have to have a surface. What am I saying? You have to have a service.
Yes.
That people are willing to buy. Don't go quit your jobs and say, "Oh, Chris Prouty said."
Yeah.
Chris Prouty said I can be an entrepreneur. You can't unless you have something that people will buy. If people won't buy your thing, you stay in that job. What do you think, Bridget?
Oh, I completely agree. And then, another hack, you want to realize that entering the entrepreneurship world, you have to also learn to lead and learn to sell. It's not just having, that great marketing strategy, but you need to learn to sell. You need to develop communication strategies that people like to hear, that get people amped up and excited about your product, message, or service. Because if you don't know how to sell, if you don't know how to connect the dots for people, then your business might be prone to failing.
Yeah, you might. Well, you know what? You're a very nice person. I'm not a very nice person. If you can't help people make a transformation, you're going to fail.
Yes.
So stop it.
It will be a dumpster fire. It will be a comet will just come out of the space and just annihilate your business. And
it's idiotic to think that you can start a business if you can't help people make a transformation. And seriously, you know what? I'm not going to pull any punches here. You have to be able to help people make a transformation that is so far beyond what anybody else can offer. You have to have people like falling over themselves to tell other people about you. So you want to, okay, there you go. Here's another point. By the way, I'm just going to highlight Jonathan Wells because this kid is, he says have 6 months of income plus a successful coach. I don't know where you get one of those around here. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Jonathan went through my program, and look at this kid go.
Nice.
He's a member of the secret society. Listen, so I don't remember what I was talking about, but I think I was about to make another point. What was it, Bridget?
Well, here, the other point I would say is you can't do it alone, but you must do it alone.
Oh, that's great.
The paradoxical ideology is really that you need to ask for help in certain areas, but you need to be able to make those decisions yourself. You need to realize that you're the decision maker. You need to realize that you are going to be the influence in your business. And you have to realize that you started the business for a reason, for a purpose, your vision alone. But you must ask for help with all the little pieces so you could put it all together and keep it functioning as a finely tuned machine.
I love it. And Stephen, I want you to chime in on this, but I remembered what I wanted to say, and it's important. Right. You have to help people make the kind of transformation that they can't get from anywhere else. We are in a world right now where everybody is just going at it, and people are trying so hard. So what you need to do is you take the remote for your TV. You both have a TV? You take the remote. Yeah. You open up the back and you take the batteries out, and then you throw those away. Then you close up the remote and you bring it out of the driveway.
I was wondering. I was like, what are we going to watch on TV? But I see where it's going now.
I knew where he was going with this.
Yeah. Then you have to take the plug for the TV and you rip it out of the wall and you unplug it from the back of the TV. If it doesn't unplug from the back of the TV, you get cutters and you cut it.
At least you're treating my addiction with respect, okay, Chris?
It's getting very demolition-y, Chris.
Listen, sometimes you have to take these drastic measures, and then you take the time that you were killing your brain watching TV, because the TV is the death of your brain. You take the time that you were watching TV, and what you do is you sit down and you say, "This is the transformation I help people make. Who else is helping people make this transformation? How do I obliterate them? What are the things that I can do so that people look at me and they look at the results I'm getting people in the transformation I'm getting people, and they're like, I can't get this anywhere else." That's how you failed. Oh my God, Larry,
everything. I love it. So he's like Kangen water, AK-47.
Yep. Now that's how you market water.
Got to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that language, though. Got to be careful with that comment. We got to be careful.
Is that like listen to?
Got to be careful. I don't want Facebook getting mad at us.
Oh no! Hey, you know what? While you were saying that, when you were talking about getting rid of the television, getting rid of distraction, unplugging your brain from all those things that don't keep you laser focused, and attentive to reality. And the other point to remember as the entrepreneur to not fail is innovation and creativity is a must. Yeah. You need to constantly be coming up with different ways to be innovative and creative within your market. You have to constantly be differentiating yourself. If you notice someone in your industry is saying the same thing you are, shift it, flip the switch, gift yourself a shift, and start using different language. Start doing something different, innovative, right? What do you think? What do you guys think?
Stephen, you're very creative, Stephen.
You're creative, Stephen.
And what's funny is I've written down 2 points. Okay, I'm on these. I'm gonna start coming with 2 points, one in each pocket. Okay, and my first point goes along with exactly what you just said, Bridget, which is always be on the cutting edge of your audience's needs and questions. And really, the phrase I want to focus in on, which is exactly what you're saying, is cutting edge, because every industry is being talked about every day in the grand conversation of things, right? Yeah. And therefore every industry is being changed and evolved every day. And so therefore every industry has a cutting edge, a leading edge. Okay. And I think in your industry, if you get to that leading edge and start to engage in the conversation, you will gain authority and people will be interested. Because very, very, very usually the cutting edges are very dynamic, and there's conversations, debates being happened, whatever about your industry. Get to that cutting edge, engage in the conversation, and start to capture people's interest about what you do. And I think that's a huge one. But answering their audience's needs and questions, like going along with what you said, Chris, where it's like if you don't have something someone needs to buy, we are spending money on Starbucks. We're spending money on a lot of things. Okay. So it's like myself at the forefront of all that. But this being said, you've got to isolate something that someone will actually buy. So many times that's a need, many times that's a want.
Yeah.
But think about all the things you buy on a daily or monthly basis. Think about why you buy the things you buy, and make sure your product falls into that category. And then, of course, answer the questions that your audience has. Chris, you have an incredible resource for finding out the questions that audiences are having about different industries online and everything. But get critical with it and find out what your audience is curious about. And I think that will lead to some incredible content marketing. What do you guys think?
Oh, I completely agree. And I kind of want to highlight Rich. Rich is a phenomenal realtor. I don't know if you've ever talked to this man, but he is the realtor who listens with a smile, and he's differentiating himself in so many ways, getting creative and innovative, because let's be honest, there are a lot of realtors out there. And so he is showing up in so many phenomenal new ways lately. And so I'm just giving a shout out. Hey, Rich, thanks for joining us on the show tonight.
I didn't see you wave at him like you normally wave at there you are. There it is. Bridget, you make a great point when you say there's a lot of realtors out there. There's actually a lot of everybody out there.
Yeah.
And listen,
Yes.
I read a Facebook post this week, and I don't want to give too many details on this because I don't want this person to be identified at all. But I read this Facebook post, and this person was like, "Oh, I hate my job. And I've tried to have a couple of different side businesses, and none of those have worked. And so I'm thinking about quitting my job. I think I might try being a life coach, but I don't know what to do." I'm reading this thing, and I'm like, well, listen.
That's too vulnerable. You've gotten too vulnerable. That's like
the last thing in the world that you should do is this person. The last thing in the world you should do is become a life coach. Isn't that really like the siren song right now in your industry, Bridget? Is like, I can't do anything else, so I'm going to become a life coach.
Exactly.
What on earth what is happening here?
The reality is that you have a lot of coaches who do coaching, and you have a lot of coaches who are, or less coaches who are coaches. So it's really a combination. And I mean, people are trying to figure things out. If you're looking to be a life coach, suggestion, take a life coach course. Sign up for a program. Look at what it looks like to experience what it means to be coached by a life coach. I mean, listen, you could do a direction session with me or anyone else in your family. I'm sure you've all got life coaches in your family, but for a program first, see what it looks like, ask some questions, and then dive into that. If you have a unique, innovative idea, totally encouraging you to go for it, but get your life straight first so that you can,
The point here is it's just like, oh, I can't do anything else, so I'm going to be a life coach. And it's, I mean, listen, what? I'm sorry if I offend you. If you have thin skin and that offends you, then scroll on and continue to live in denial.
Well, the entrepreneurship.
Take Bridget's advice.
Yeah.
Take Bridget's advice and do it. But the point is, there are so many industries right now that it's a zero barrier to entry. Real estate's a little bit more difficult because you have to take tests and get certified, and Stephen, lawyering and stuff like that. That's a little bit more complex. But there is a lot of businesses, competitive businesses popping up, and circle right back to what I was saying about you have to show that you are the sole source for the solutions people are seeking. And you do that by demonstrating tons and tons of real world results and having people falling over themselves to give you testimonials. That's how you differentiate yourself. I'm kind of yelling here.
Why are you yelling?
I don't know. Dion thinks it's hilarious.
That's what they say about realtors. Realtors are life coach. I'm going to become a realtor or a life coach.
I have an idea. How about you become a realtor who's a life coach on the side?
Yep. A coach of life coaches. I'm going to become a coach of coaches. I'm going to become the coach that coaches the coaches, actually.
There is that exists.
Oh, I know. I've seen them. I've seen them. We've seen a lot of this stuff, and it's like, why why did I start listening to you guys? After I've seen so much of this, right? It's because you guys were innovating and you guys were bold and you guys were on the cutting edge, and I felt like I resonated with you guys. So it's like, ultimately, I think you have to ask yourself that, because remember when they used to talk about the underwater basket weaving? That's the most ridiculous job. It's like there's like 10 million underwater basket weavers now. That's the way to think about it, and so you've got to find your voice and everything, in that mix, and find what makes you guys unique. That's called a loan officer.
Eric chiming in. He does life coaching and works in real estate at the same time.
It's incredible.
But, bringing attention to competition, a lot of people don't want to look at their competition.
Oh, I look.
Yeah.
Oh, I look.
Well, and look at what they're doing, and then get to work differentiating yourself.
Yes.
And know and believe confidently in the value that you have. Believe in the value that you have. Get the right mindset. Larry, I believe that about you. Because it was water, obviously. That guy sells Kangen water. So obviously.
Yeah. No, that's how you market water.
But really, but don't let your competition get you to the point where you partner with fear. If competition is partnering you with fear, then it's going to sabotage your success and it's going to lead you to failure. Mm-hmm. So if you're partnered with fear at all right now, and it is giving you blinders to move past, what you're experiencing, you've got to unpartner with that. Hire a coach, talk to Chris, talk to other people who believe in you, and you've got to get that confidence, because if you are so focused on your competition, you are going to just keep looking at them. And then you may eventually even hire them because you think they're so much better than you. So you really step into your competence. Yeah, go on.
I have somebody who's not competition at all, but this person is perceived competition. And somebody sent me a screen capture of their LinkedIn connection request. And the LinkedIn connection request from this person, who could be perceived as competition by uneducated people, this person, their LinkedIn request says, all it says is, "Hi, I can teach you all the stuff that Prouty teaches." That's their LinkedIn connection request.
Incredible.
I'm like, what the heck? All right, listen, as we're approaching the bottom of the hour, I want to give people something that they can walk away with, some practical advice that they can start doing right now to become failure-proof in 2021. So please, if you'll just give me one moment to do this. What I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper, and everybody get out a piece of paper right now. If you're with me right now here, hashtag the replay. I want you to get out a piece of paper, and I want you to make some columns on that piece of paper. Make like 5 columns. And then in each of those columns, and listen, you don't have to be a genius to do this, you're going to write down the activities that will grow your business. You should know what these are. If you don't, you should be talking to me. Write down the activities that will grow your business from the least effective to the most effective. And write down all of the activities in your life, because you're an entrepreneur, your life is your work. So in the leftmost column, this is the least valuable set of activities. These are things like drinking, smoking weed, watching TV, gossiping, mindlessly watching other people's lives as you scroll through social media. Those are the activities, right? Then there's the next set of activities, and these are one level up. These are things like mowing your lawn, or doing your laundry, or cleaning your house, or cooking food. That's the next level up. One more level up is solving problems that your clients have. Working on your social media engagement, and work your way up. And then go one level beyond that. And that's strategic planning of what you're going to be doing in your business and making hard decisions, cutting waste. And then beyond that, the 5th column, the most difficult things to do that have the biggest reward, which are things like capital expenditures, hiring and firing people, building a team, all of those kind of things. And what you want to discipline yourself to do is try to get 10 things in every column. You know what they are. Listen to me. You know what they are. Don't joke yourself saying, I don't know what these are. That's you starting to fail. You know what those things are. And what you do is you start to work your way from left to right, eliminating the things in those columns, eliminating the things that are detrimental to you, not working out, not eating right, weed, drinking, watching TV, gossiping, hanging around with negative people. Eliminate those things. Work your way to the right and start doing those high value activities. If you do that every single day, you are going to succeed. You will not fail. I kind of was yelling. I know, Bridget.
That was fantastic. I was listening.
Stephen, as we're bringing this thing to a close, what's one tip you'll give people that they can take away from, they can start working on right now?
I'll remind them of my first one, which is always be on the cutting edge of your audience's needs and questions. And my second, my only other one, is ask for business regularly and learn from the no's. And that, my friend, is key. Is when someone tells you no, do not turn away. Do not think that that's the end of the conversation. Learn from every time that you fail, and you will evolve into a successful business, in my opinion.
And I'm going to tell you, you need to find a way to differentiate yourself from all of your competition. And you simply do that by delivering your service in a way that they cannot get it from anyone else. And you become the sole source for the solutions they seek. We are at the bottom of the hour, my friends. Thank you so very much for hanging out again on this Wednesday night. Bridget, give them one last tip, and then you, as always, get the final word.
Get creative, get innovative, and get inspired. And it's time to level up.